Right, this is quite a brief video. Quick flick around the van as it is at the moment. Still got bits and bobs to do. We've had the windows this side taken out, cleaned up, resealed and put back in. And luckily the glass didn't break, so that was good. I still have got to paint the aluminium inside the frame there. What else have I done? I put a little cupboard up in the corner there. And there is a little reading light, a black reading light. There was spurred off of that a connector for a telephone, you know, USB thing, but I couldn't be arsed with it, so I just disconnected that and just wired up the light. But the black light matches in with the black stuff I've got in here. That's my seat, which is one of those kind of monk seats, is that what they're called? And that's where I keep all my clothes. Plenty of room in there for everything. Coats and things, well, I could just hang them on the rails. Table is made from a 1950s table. One of the leaves, it's one of those tables that opened up with a drop down leaf sort of thing. So what I did was I took out some of the laminate from this part of it with a chisel. Managed to hurt my eye in the process, but luckily I didn't do any damage. But it's still got to have a resin coat over it, so it'll probably have glitter or something in it, and it'll bring it up all to one level, which is what I want. And it'd be nice to get it all polished up, and it's easier to wipe clean. And that's sat on one of these RV table legs. I was going to get one of the Laguna ones, but it was cheaper to buy one of these things. I thought that'd do the trick. I can eat my dinner off it quite comfortably. The kitchen side of it is like that. And obviously I've gotten rid of all the overhead cupboards down the sides, which makes it feel a lot more roomier. And also I've built sort of like a rustic cupboard there and there. That one's still got to have a shelf put in it because that's going to house a couple of wire baskets for odds and sods. And up there I've got to keep that open because I can't put a door on it because it would hit the curtain pole. There's a few little bits up there I've put up. Obviously everything that's loose on the side gets put in the sink in transit. Not that I'm in transit at the moment, only backwards and forwards to garages. That's what I ended up doing, making pallet wood doors for the kitchen area, but that one in front, I'm not too happy with that one, so I'm going to change that, get some more pallet wood and make it to fit properly. But the wood from that won't get wasted. That will get used down here to make a little slidey door because I've got the rail there ready. Because that's where I keep my toilet. I'm still waiting for the worktop to go on here. I'm waiting for a phone call as we speak from the timber yard to see if they've got it in yet, cut to size. So that will be screwed in on there, and it'll be oiled up like the one I've got over there. And that's the coil wood, which is like an North American redwood, and that's had 2 coats of oil on it, and it'll probably end up having another one here and there. Same as this one. Inside, it's going to have a long shelf cut to the shape of that corner at the back there. And then it will attach at this end. There'll be some strengthening wood in the middle, because obviously I'm going to be loading it up with food in there. And they'll be going in boxes all the way along. So there'll be a box for tins, a box for pasta and rice, and basket for bread rolls or bread or whatever. So that'll be okay. And I've got the curtains, which are actually Temu blankets with the furry inside. The other jobs I've still got to do, like the ceiling where it's opened up, I need to wax that. Did I already say that? I can't remember. That's my fridge come freezer, or fridge freezer. But I would eventually like a proper fridge freezer, you know, 12-volt one, compressor fridge. Because when I went away for 12 weeks over Christmas, sort of every 3 days I was going to the shops. At least if you've got one of those bigger ones, you ain't got to keep going to the shops every 3 days. And if you're up somewhere up a windy little lane, then you're going to have to drive all back down to the nearest shop to buy stuff. It gets a hindrance. So, yeah, she's rustic. She's not much different to she was the way before, apart from now I've lost the sofa. But then I have gained that. So I've got my little dining set up. And that's it, really. She's just like that. I came back from garage yesterday for the repairs to be done, the major repairs to be done on her for the MOT, and it's that bit there. It's the bush for the shackle on the leaf spring. And obviously I've got airbags on here, but it's still got half springs. So unfortunately, the people that the garage had ordered from, they didn't tell them that they were actually obsolete. So back to the drawing board. But luckily I did find some on the internet, and I ordered them yesterday. They should be in tomorrow. So hopefully by the end of the week the MOT will be back on this van. The other thing it's got to have is light bulbs for the main headlights. And then over the course of the next year there are some minor defects. Registration plate lamp inoperative in the case of multiple lamps or light sources, whatever that means. And a steering rack gaiter, which I'll probably order one of those and get them to put that on. All the other things are things that can be done over the course of the year before the next anniversary. So that's that. But it won't stop there, because I've also, I don't know if you noticed on my last video, she sounded like she was whining, and I was thinking it may be another wheel bearing. But when I got her into the garage to have that looked at, it turned out it needs a new gearbox. So in July she's going to have a new gearbox, and instead of a 5-speed she's having a 6-speed, which should be, I say should be more economical. And also a clutch kit, because if I'm having the gearbox done and replaced while it's out, it's just as well to get on and do the clutch, so that makes that all okay. But like with everything, it costs money. It's money I haven't got, and I'm saving like mad at the moment to try and get the money together for it. I'm halfway there. I've still got another couple of months until it's getting done, but hopefully that'll put it right, and you know, and get some driving hours, if you like, in, and some time away, much needed time away, because I haven't done anything since Christmas because of all these problems arising. And if I get all the bits done for the advisories on the van, you're looking at a good 500-600 quid there. And this van, I paid 12,000 for it. Never mind the 400 for that and having an MPPT charge or whatever it was put in. But 12,000 for the van, and it was 12,000 not worth it in my opinion, but that's my opinion, because everybody's got a right to an opinion. But even so, I had to make the decision about whether to keep hold of her after the windows leaked and all the rest of it. And I just couldn't afford another van. So I've got to push forward with this one. Yeah, ain't everybody's cup of tea. It's pretty rustic. It's pretty basic, really. You know, I've got no shower in here. So that means I have to go to wherever I am. I need to get a shower at the local swimming baths, or a campsite if I go to a campsite. You know, there's a lot of people that won't use campsites, I know. But I don't mind them. I mean, I did stay in one in Shropshire for a couple of nights. And that was really nice because it wasn't very costly. You had showers there. It had a little sort of bar and everything. Somewhere to do your washing, things like that. All for what, 15 quid a night, I think it was. I mean, you don't mind doing that for the odd few nights, do you? But you've always got people whinging and whining about, oh, can't park here, can't park there. Well, sorry, but if you're so tight that you can't afford a £10 a night campsite or one of these honesty box ones, there's 3 or 4 I know of, and I've been to, that cost 6 quid a night. And they might have basic amenities like toilets and maybe, if you're lucky, a shower, but they won't have a laundrette or anything like that. But for £6 a night, you can't really moan, can you? Anyway, I'm not going to go down that road. It was just basically to show you where I am and what I've got up to and why I ain't out and about at the minute. Anyway, you all have a great time, have a great day. The sun's shining here. It's a bit windy still though. Yeah, sun's shining here and I can't wait to get away, which looks like it's going to be early part of July now. And hopefully nothing else will go wrong for quite a few months. I'm hoping I'm going to get a good year's worth of driving out of her. And not have her off the road, because she's been off the road more than she's been on it. But there you go. Anyway, catch you laters.